Gang, gang, gang. As you could tell, I just woke up and gotta get back on my grind. Yesterday, I was at my brother's wedding. Then didn't leave until like around 8, and then didn't get home until 10. So I'm very tired, but I gotta get on my grind, get these videos out for y'all. But like, but to be continued on chapter 4, because um yeah, 'cause, yeah. when I last um when I last was reading the book, I had to do something for my mother, so I had to end it in the middle of chapter 4. And we literally almost done the book, and we're gonna try to finish it today. So let's get it. Let's go. All right, y'all. Looks like a little bit dark or whatever, but yeah, let's get right into it. Okay. Sorry, gonna get myself together if I start reading. As you can tell, I still got a wake up voice. Mm. Okay, bear with me, because my voice is not clearing up right now. So bear with me. Okay, where was I? On chapter 14. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, hold on, cause I have to remember where I was at. Alright, I think I'm on right here. Okay. Well, Shannon, I said, wiping her tears with the back of my hand. I fucked up, and all I can do is pray that he comes home. But you have to stop blaming yourself. And if you but if you're looking for Bilal in Quincy now or any other man, then you'll be looking forever. We sat there for the rest of the night until the wee hours in the morning, and then somehow sleeping. we ended up falling asleep at one another's feet. When I woke up, the sun was blinding me. Rwanda was touching my shoulder and said, "What happened? I came in here last night, and if hold hold on. I came in here last night, and if weren't for what and if weren't for you both being here, I could have thought that someone had broken into the house." I didn't respond because, in a weird sort of way, it was true. Someone had broken into the house, Where is my baby? I said. Upstairs, she responded. Where's Taj? He's gone. I got off the floor, careful not to wake Shannon, who was lying beside me, and I went upstairs to see my baby. Sky was laying on, I mean, Sky was laying in her crib, smiling at a sweet dream, and all I could do was think about her father and wonder if he were thinking about me. I sat up for 2 nights straight, praying that Taj would come home. In between the praying and never ending spells of crying, something told me that I had managed to take a bath or at least a shower. Having lost all track of time, I couldn't place the exact moment when the soap and water what graced graced my skin, but I knew I had on fresh underwear. Sky was crying from the other room. I peeked out my bedroom's window and the sun was out. It was showtime. Time to get up and pretend to be ever so happy that I was a new mother, despite the fact that I had a broken heart. I moved as if I were remote controlled, reciting all the right things, singing all the right lullabies, all the while looking. I hate it, y'all. Uh, don't know why I greased it yesterday. Yeah. All the while looking at my precious daughter, but saying to myself, I just want 5 minutes to cry. At some point during the day when I was playing, yeah, when I was playing the dotting mother, I remember being slightly amused the harder, that the hearty laugh Sky had this afternoon as the day went on and nightfall came. Sky fell asleep around 8 o'clock. I knew she was out until she woke up for her midnight feeding. Relieved, I could stop holding my stomach in, breathe, and stop the pretend. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I could sit in the dark again, wondering when. Oh, oh, sorry, y'all. Wondering when the the phone was going to ring. I didn't eat because my stomach was already upset and food was made it worse. The next day was a repeat of the same. The next day was a repeat of the day before. I got up this morning, held my tears long enough to take care of Sky, pretending all was well with the world, despite my appearance, despite my dragging around, and despite me never turning a light on as I moved. I managed to smile and laugh with her regardless of how I really felt. After I took care of Sky, I carried her to Rwanda's room, went back to my bedroom, crawled in the bed, laid down, and fell asleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. When I woke up, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Damn. I couldn't take it anymore. I picked up the phone and dialed Taj's cell phone number. There was no answer, and I didn't leave a message. 2 minutes later, I called again. No answer. I almost felt a message. I almost left a message, but then my mind said, no, you're going to look stupid. So I hung up. 5 minutes later, I picked up the phone and called again. This time I left a message. Todd, this is Vera. Please call me back. I waited 1 hour. He didn't call me back, so I pressed redial. Todd, the next message said, please call me. I really want to talk to you. I waited a half an hour. The next message was, Taj, why are you doing this? I didn't do anything. Please, I'm down. I'm, please, I'm damn near begging you to come home. 5 minutes. 5 minutes went by, and it felt like 55 minutes. Taj, my message said, I just I just want to talk. 2 minutes later, and two more of the same messages. 40 minutes later, the message changed. I can't believe you as much as you've been through. You start you start bugging over some shit that didn't even happen. Fine, if this is how you want it, fuck it. The next one, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. The next one, I ain't gonna be sitting up here begging you at 5 o'clock in the morning to come home and talk to me. The next one, it was I mean, it must be some other bitch that you got in the street. That's why you acting like this. Fuck you and that bitch. I tell you what. I tell you what. Don't ever come home. Then came the one that always. Hold up. Then came the one that always remind. I mean, But then came the one that always commands attention. And since you want to leave, you can forget about seeing your daughter. I hung up, turned over, and buried my face underneath the cover. Oh shit. As I was all discombobulated. 10 minutes later, my phone rang. It was Taj. I let it ring. 2 minutes later, the phone rang again. It was Taj. I picked it up. What? I snapped. What is it? Let me tell you one thing, Taj said with some major bass in his voice. Don't fuck with me and my daughter. That's the quickest way to get hurt. There will be no baby mama, baby daddy from the block type shit. So save the drama. If you ever call my phone with that young girl bullshit again, I'ma show you what I can do. Now, and he hung up. I cried for 3 hours straight, thinking about how he was listening to my messages the whole time and straight out ignored me. This motherfucker really didn't care. The next thing I knew, Rwanda was coming into my and coming into the room, flicking on the lights. This don't make no kind of damn sense. Get up. She threw the covers back. Rwanda, please. I rolled over. Please, hell. Now get up. I have watched you mope around here for 3 days like you were going to die. The next thing I know, I'm on the phone with Cookie and Taj calls here like a bat out of hell, screaming in my ear about his daughter and what you said from what you didn't say, and so forth. If you ask me, both of y'all some selfish asses. This child needs two parents, and though I love Taj, you're my child. I will not sit by and watch you wither away. You have a child, a business, and a household to run. If you look at the caller ID, you'll see that Mr. Taj has been calling from work. Translation, he's going to work someplace you haven't been. Guess what? I got another thing. In order for Mr. Taj to be healthy enough to go to work, he's been eating, something you need to do. And one more thing he's been doing is getting dressed every day, at least dressed enough to leave out his house, unlike you, who's been sitting here like a dead ass bump on a log, acting ridiculous. You get your ass up and out of that bed. The next time she pull the pillow away, you're just gonna be pissed off with me, but I want you up. Reluctantly, I got up, took a hot shower, went to the shop oh shit, I missed the beat. For 4 or 5 hours and came back home. Something about my house seemed different than when I left. Here he was here. Rwanda said he came by to see Sky and fell asleep with her on his chest. He left an hour before you got here. Rwanda pointed to the mantle and said, Taj left you a check for $5,000 for the shit he broke. My heart felt like it was going through electric shocks. I sat down on the couch, picked up the silk pillow that contained his smell and cried into it. Rwanda didn't say a word. She took Scott and went upstairs. An hour into crying, and the situation remained the same. I called Shannon, Lee, and Angie, and I didn't get an answer. Immediately, I got pissed. They where they fuck what? They sound so fucking dumb. I'm just reading. Okay, where they fuck could they be? Did they go on another trip? I decided to call again. This time I tried Shannon's cell phone. Hello, she said. Yo ass, where your ass at? I asked. Home. She said. Doing what? Talking to Quincy. He's speaking He's speaking to you? I asked, surprised. Oops, do I detect haterade? Be quiet. Be quiet. I just didn't know that y'all spoke. Something like that. Well, tell him I said when I catch his cousin Bryce, he'll need to say his prayers. The message has already been delivered, she said. By who? Taj. He told Quincy that pretty much, but I can't talk now. Call me in the morning. She hung up. I was pissed. How in the hell does she expect me to wait until the morning for a phone call? Doesn't she know that my nights are long? I'm trying. Oh, shit. Yeah, doesn't she know that my nights are long? As I got off the couch to go upstairs and see Sky, the phone rang again. It was Miss Betty. Hello. Vera, this is Miss Betty. Taj home? No. Where is he? Try his cell phone. I hung up. She called right back and I didn't answer. I let it go to voicemail. Then I went upstairs. I went upstairs. I kissed my baby on the forehead and apologized for ruining our family. After my apology, I broke down and started crying again. Then that's when Rwanda walked in. V, tell me what happened. I fucked up. How? Because Taj thinks that Bryce and I slept together, but we didn't. The truth is that, yeah, Bryce and I kicked it for about 3 months back in the day. And at that time, I really liked him, but I was 17. I never loved him. Taj is the only man I've ever loved. Is that what Taj is upset about, you and Bryce? He feels that I lied to him because I didn't tell him about me and Bryce. The way he found out was fucked up. Bryce told him, oh Lord, when it comes to men, baby, you have to pick and choose what you take to your grave. I could tell she was trying to get. Hold on. I could tell she was trying to get to me crack a smile. What? Alright, finished telling me the story. I cried the whole time that I talked. When I finished, she looked at me and said, "Stop crying right now." But I but nothing. I can understand why Taj would get upset. However, as much shit as y'all been through, he should have listened to you. Right now, Scott is the most important person and she needs to get yeah, and she needs you to get it together. No. Rwanda, I won't lie. I love my baby and I wouldn't trade my child for nothing in the world. But I'm in so much pain that sometimes I just want to disappear. How could he not believe me? I don't know, baby. For the next 3 days, I walked around this fucking over. Oh, sorry, y'all. I walked around like a zombie, talking. I walked around like a zombie, taking care of Sky and forgetting about me. The same shit that I was afraid of happening when I was pregnant is happening now. When I woke up this morning, I decided to take a long hot bath. I turned on the radio and Tony Braxton's another sad love story. Love song was playing fucking figures. I turned from Kiss FM and went straight to the hip hop station 105.1, and they were having a slow jam moment. Mary J's Can't Live Without You was playing. I lay back in the water, closed my eyes and tried my damnness not to cry. Um, Chapter 15. Floor, yeah, floor violation. So pissed off looking at life through the glass that you shattered. Little shit like love doesn't matter anymore. Baby, what's up, nigga? You so ticked off. Can't get up. Can't let up long enough to get over it. Brother, can I live? Can a sister live? Goddamn. I was naked and sitting on the edge of the bed, massaging Victoria's Secret buddy. I mean, the fuck. Yeah, I'm still tired. Forget my messing up. Trying to get these videos out for y'all. I was naked and sitting on the edge of the bed, massaging Victoria's Secret's apple butter into my thighs. Angie Stone's Pissed Off was playing on the radio, and I was singing at the top of my lungs and my bobbing my head without thinking twice. I started flipping through my CD collection. Yes, here it is, Angie Stone's Mahogany Soul. I slid I slid the CD into the CD player, turned the volume all the way up, hit track number 3, and walk and whoop there there it is, my theme song. Pissed off, baby. What's wrong with you? Can't get along with you, but now you pissing me off, and I don't wanna be stressed out, cause I gotta out of live my I mean I gotta live my life. Gotta live my life. I took the towel that was laid across the bed and wrapped it around my body, walked over to Taj's dresser and started taking of his shit that he left behind out. Once I got all of it on the floor, I walked over to the closet and started taking his coats, suits, and thugged out gear the fuck out. I looked under the bed where he left a pair of Timbs, pulled those out, and wrote bitch ass nigga across the toe in permanent marker. I gathered all his shit and threw what I could into a suitcase. The rest of the shit I called the salvage army I called the Salvation Army to come and pick up to come and pick it up. As far as I was concerned, could kiss my ass. I was sick. I was sick and tired of being sick and fucking tired. I've been stressed out long enough, but not anymore. Sky's 6 months old and I'm only 32. I gotta live a little better than this. I can't keep crying every day. Oh, hell no. Somebody dial 911 cause a silly bitch done kidnapped me. Oh, this sister is about to be back on track. I got dressed in my rough I got dressed in my Ralph Lauren denim skirt with my slanted hemline, my long sleeve sky blue Michael Stars tee with the V-neck, and my signature Gucci stilettos with the satin tie that that crisscross up the leg. Rwanda and Sky were at on cookies, so I was free to go without anybody questioning me. I grabbed Taj's shit, m- my Angie Stone CD, and headed out the door. The brisk October wind cut against my face as I hopped in my truck and started to pray. Dear Lord, please let me find a bitch over here at this nigga's co-op because I've forgotten how to tuck my razor blade under my tongue, which will force me to bust her ass with my bare hands, and I ain't in the mood. I walked in the building and opened the apartment door with the spare key that I had. No one was here. I checked the bathroom, only one toothbrush. I checked the bedrooms, no unusual clothing. Then I went into the kitchen and saw two plates sitting on the table. That pissed me off. I could hear Angie Stone singing in my head as each lyric went through my mind. Tears started flooding my eyes, and before I knew it, I was wailing and talking to myself at the same time. Fuck his ass, Vera. He wants to leave you and treat you like y'all ain't never had shit. Who the fuck does he think he is? Hell no. I started in the living room first and kicked the wicked truck over. The trunk opened and all of his shit flew out. Then I took the I took the curtains and the blinds and yanked them from the window. I took one hand and swiped all the pictures he had of his family along with the two he had of us onto the floor, causing the frames to break apart. The only ones I didn't break up was a picture of his mother and another of Sky. Oh, you just gonna leave me, nigga? Just fuck me, come over here and set up shop like I didn't mean shit to you. Oh, hell no. Do you know how much I love you? I walked into the bathroom and tore down his shower curtain, threw the towels on the floor, cut the hot water in the tub on, clogged it up, and let the shit run. Fuck you, Taj. Let this be the last time I fall in love with your ass and you leave me over some shit I didn't even do. I went in the kitchen, grabbed the sugar, went into the bedroom, pulled the covers back on his bed, and sprinkled a 5-pound bag of sugar all over his white sheets. Then I made the motherfucker up like nothing had ever happened. I went in the linen closet and took all his towels, walked in the living room, went over to his CD collection and stole his Life, DMX, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Ludacris, what? John Coltrane, and James Brown CDs. Then I took my Angie Stone CD, slid it in the CD player, kicked it to three, track number 3, pissed off, turned the volume all the way up and placed it on repeat. I wanted to be sure he was greeted by some theme music when he flooded in here. His shit that I dragged here from my house. I jumped in the middle of, I dumped in the middle of the floor and threw the shit I stole in the suitcase. Then I placed the Tim's with bitch ass nigga written all across the toe on top of the CD player. Now, Dr. Taj Bennett, you may kiss my entire ass, courtesy of baby mama drama. And then I walked out as smoothly as I came in. By the time I got home, I noticed Taj's Escalade and the Salvation Army's truck parked in front of my brownstone. As I walked up the stoop, the two people from the Salvation Army were standing there looking at Taj, who was holding the front door open with with the veins in his neck popping out. Whose shit are you giving away? Duh, yours, nigga. Who else's? I ignored him, walked into the house and up the stairs. I know you aren't giving my shit away, he said, following me to the bedroom. I mean, I nicely took his pile of clothes that I had in the floor and placed it in garbage bags to take downstairs. Vera, you hear me talking to you? I still ignored him. Fuck him. Forget it. Talking to me. Talking to you is useless. He stormed out, and I could hear him tell the Salvation Army people that they were no longer be needed. I could hear his feet pounding as he ran back up the steps. I pay the mortgage up in here. Don't be giving my don't be giving away my shit. Let me explain something to you. I said, taking his cologne and aftershave off the dresser and throwing it into an open garbage bag. And I don't need your ass. You got it fucked up. I can pay my own mortgage. I have my own money, so you can take a slow boat to hell with all that. Whatever kid, fuck you, Taj. I don't know why the hell I fell for your crazy looking ass anyway. Oh, now you want to play me? Now, no, you playing you. You the you gather the garbage bags that I packed. I gathered the garbage bags that I packed. Gave me Give me my motherfucking keys that you used to get in. Here, take your shit and then skip your happy dread looking ass, dreadlock looking ass the fuck out of here. Then you go with that bullshit anyway. I mean, there you go with that bullshit anyway. I just came by to let you know that I wanted to come and get Sky for the weekend. Before I could answer, he treated me as if I'd said yes. I'll be by Friday evening and I'll bring her back on Sunday. I hope you can keep your ass home long enough to perhaps have her dress, but it's all good if you don't because I brought her some things. So it's not like you need clothes or anything. So if you plan on performing like your ass is crazy, let me know so I won't expect you to pack up shit. You finish? Why? Because you're taking up too much of my time. Get the fuck out. You know what? You are such a kid. I wouldn't give you the time of day even if I wanted to. Here's a check for Sky and the mortgage. If you don't want to pay the mortgage, don't pay it. I don't give a fuck what you do. As long as you take care of my daughter, then it's all good, kid. Oh, hell no. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. I have had just about enough of you. Fuck you. Take your money. And I said, handing him back his check. You get the fuck out. You seem to think that somebody needs you around here for something. See all this shit here I had before you skipped your ass up in here. Now, if you want to see Sky, then you see Sky. But don't you ever try to play me. He rolled his eyes, smirked, and said whatever. He stormed down the stairs and slammed the door. I tried my best not to cry, but I couldn't seem to help it. An hour later the phone rang. What the fuck did you do? Todd yelled. My shit is all fucked up. There's water everywhere, hot as water. Why would you come over here and fuck up my shit? I couldn't believe this. Vera, you hear me? Answer me. Whatever, kid, I said, yawning. Finally, he was feeling some of what the fuck I was feeling. Vera, Todd yelled. Oh no, my goddamn shower curtain and my towels were all and my goddamn towels. Hold up. Shit, I'm reading the wrong shit, y'all. Vera. Todd yelled. Oh hell. I mean shit. Oh no. My goddamn shower curtain and towels. And my towels. Where are my towels, Vera? A few seconds later, Vera, I ain't playing with you. Where my goddamn CD player? I mean CDs. Oh, I'ma fuck you up. You know what? You know that, and I'ma hurt or I'ma hurt you. What the fuck? Okay. I don't think you want to catch that charge. You put your hands on me. I'll make sure you go to jail. All this fucking water. I can't believe this. My wooden floors, my carpet, my fucking big screen TV, Vera, my goddamn life CD. You know I wake up to stick up kid in the morning. Where my damn CDs? Oh, I'ma kick your ass. I could no longer hold it in, so I fell out laughing. Taj hung up on me. An hour later, he called. An hour later, he called back and said, "Just wanted you to know I got sugar up my ass." I got sugar up my I laughed so hard that I cried myself to sleep. This time they were tears of joy. He told I just wanted you to know I got sugar up my ass. Okay, what the fuck are you telling me for? You know the fuck? Okay, chapter 16. Bank shot. It's Friday and I'ma make sure Sky and I weren't home. Fuck Taj. It's not that I don't want him to see Sky. I'm just not going to make it easy for him to do it. Wanda kept calling my cell phone to remind me about Taj picking up Sky, but I figured fuck Taj. As far as I was concerned, Taj could lick the crack of my ass, which is exactly why Sky and I aren't spending the night with. I mean, which is exactly why Sky and I are spending the night with Shannon. Bitch, you know you're wrong, Shannon said with a slight chuckle as she played with Sky. Look at these legs, Shannon said. Where did you get my godchild's outfit from? It's too cute. Sky had on a baby gap light pink jumper with a long sleeve beige with a long sleeve beige um turtleneck underneath. On her feet she had on baby throwback pink and white pumas. In her ears she had diamonds, and dangling from her arm were two gold bangle bangly. I don't know. Now that she was 6 months old, she started teething and sucking on her wrist. Slob was all over Shannon and Sky. I'm telling you, Vera, Shannon said, don't fuck around with that crazy ass nigga and have him doing a drive-by over here. Please, he won't even know that I'm here. Plus, he doesn't want to talk to me and treats me like shit when he sees me. So fucking girl, Taj is so in love with your ass that he's fucking steer crazy. By the way, I heard again about how you fucked up his co-op. Quincy told me, and I pretended like I didn't know a damn thing. What's up with you and Quincy? I don't know, but I do know that I'm not trying to be on no more. No, I'm not trying to be on no living together type shit no more. I need some space. He's still working that dick. Damn, you know me too well. Shannon smiled. Sky started crying and reaching for me. I picked Sky up and gave her a bottle. I can't believe that Quincy's ass is even fucking with you again. I said, amazed. Here you really fucked another nigga, but yet, and still your man is speaking to you. Not to mention everything else y'all doing. Me, I ain't even sucked the dick, let alone put some pussy on it, and I can't even get a nigga to look at me straight. Oh, wait a minute now. You ain't fucked him recently, but I do remember a time when Bryce was tearing some ass up. Tearing some ass up. Please, that nigga dick game was alright. I said, waving my hand from side to side, but Taj will bury that motherfucker. Then, well, then, make up, please, Shannon. We're not, Shannon. We're not you and Quincy. Don't get the shit confused. Quincy and I didn't start talking out of the blue. I got my share of being cursed out. One night, Quincy told me off so bad that I told him he had one more time to say how much I was acting like a bitch before, and I was going to go straight what Lorena Bobbitt on his ass. That that shut him up. No, but it damn sure got him back the fuck out. I mean, damn. But it sure now no, but it damn sure got him put the fuck out. We both laughed. That's when Shannon's doorbell and my cell phone rang at the same time. When I peeked my cell phone, I noticed that I noticed the number was blocked. I started not to answer, but then I figured, fuck it. So I answered. Big mistake. It was Taj. You knew to grow the fuck up. You need to grow the fuck up. I hung right back. I hung right up on his ass. When I looked up, Shannon was walking back in the kitchen with Quincy. Quincy shot me Slay smile. You pretty much on the most wanted list. Quincy, Shannon said, thought I told you that you could use your keys again. Oh, I'm using them. Quincy said, walking right behind her. We almost finished this book, y'all. We almost finished. All right. Anyway. Shannon was still caught up in the slave field that Quincy just copped on her ass. To even notice his slick ass comment, instead she kissed Sky on the forehead and picked her up again. They sat down on the bar stool next to me. Somebody in here belongs to you, Quincy said, seemingly out of the blue. Shannon and I looked at Quincy, who was standing in the kitchen doorway, and walks Taj. How did you get in here? I asked. He used my key. Quincy smiled. I can't believe y'all two, Quincy said, shaking. I mean, I can't believe y'all two, Shannon said, shaking her head. Yo, Quincy laughed, pointing to Taj. This my boy right here. We go back like biscuits and gravy, yo. Not playing. Oh, please, Shannon chuckled. You are way too cute to be so corny. Vera, Taj said, walking toward me. You live here now? No. Do you? I replied, I probably need to after you fucked up my spot. Your point, I smirked. This little show you got going on is done. I need to speak to you alone. Get your stuff and let's go. Oh, hell no, I said, looking around the room. Did my father just res- did my father just resurrect from the grave? Whatever, Taj did, let's go. I had to laugh because this motherfucker had lost it. I wish I would. Look, Quincy said, taking Sky from Shannon. Shannon and I will take the baby with us to eat, and y'all stay here and talk. Psst, please. I'm all talked out, I said, looking at Taj. I felt I need to get up. I started gathering Sky's things so that we could leave. I couldn't stand to look at Taj anymore. I knew it was only a matter of time before I started crying. Vera, Shannon said, let me speak to you for a minute. Reluctantly, I got up. We walked into the living room, and as I passed Taj, I bumped his arm like a nigga pissed off on the street. Looked is look, it's apparent that we slept on their game and we got taught. And oh yeah, and we got taught. I mean, shit. I'm reading the wrong fucking shit. It's apparent that we slept on their game and got. Talk to Taj, Shannon whispered. I don't wanna talk to him. I rolled my eyes, I twisted my lips. Fuck him. I said the last part in loud enough for Taj to hear. Well, Vera, Shannon said through clenched teeth. Who would you like to talk? I mean, who would you like to talk to him? One of those little nurses from the hospital that's dying for some well-paid, delicious dark. I mean, for well-paid, well-paid, delicious doctor dick. Shannon, please, I smirk. Look, do what you want to do, but don't come to me crying. Shannon, please. Vera, just see what the man wants. I let out a deep breath and hunched my shoulders, whatever. But I'm only giving his ass 5 fucking minutes and then I'm out. Shannon called Quincy into where we were. When he walked in, he was holding Sky in his arms. You look kinda cute, Shannon said, holding the baby like that. After they left, I stood in the middle of Shannon's Afrocentric living room, bouncing my bouncing my eyes from one place of elect, electric, but okay, elect, e- electric. I don't fucking know. This is not electric. Art work to the next. Taj came in and stood in front of me. We need to talk, he said, reaching for my hand. I snatched my hand back. You said talk. You want to sit down? He asked. No, I want you to get to the point and quick. I know that you were telling me the truth about you and Bryce. I left. I felt like my whole body shut down. I looked at him and tears flooded my eyes. What did you say? Look, I'm not always right, and this time I was wrong. I got my shit. I got my shit fucked up. Who told you that? Quincy. Who told him? Bryce. And Quincy told you what Bryce said? Yeah, he did. And you believed him. Yes, Taj said, slightly agitated. So in in essence, you believe Bryce over me. Taj stood there a moment. Why you twisting up my words? I ain't twisting shit. I'm calling a spade a spade. I had a question for you. Why would you do that? I said, trying to hold tears back. The man you damn near killed, you took his word over mine even after I begged you to listen to me. I'm the one who loved you. Me and you didn't even believe me. Oh, no, how I'm the one you who loved you, me, and you didn't even believe me. Vera, I'm sorry you feel that way, but you are fucking for real. I said with my neck crooked to the side and peering at Taj with my eyes squinted tight. You can't be serious. You're sorry. Are you as sorry as I have been for over a month? The fucking pain that I've been in, the crying, the don't know whether I've taken a bath today or yesterday shit, the what did I do that was so wrong shit. After all of that, you come along and you're sorry. Suppose he said that I fucked him, then you would believe that too. Vera, come on. Vera, come on my ass. I changed my life to be with you. I broke down walls. I challenged myself to do the right thing. I let you into my life. I wanted to marry you. Hell, I even had a baby by you. And then you fucking left me. I started poking him in his chest. You left me. You fucking left me. Night after night, I cried, and I fucking cried. I begged you to come home, to please listen, and you gave me your ass to kiss. So you know what? I said, pushing him in the chest, fuck you. I let loose punches in his chest that got progressively weaker as Taj grabbed and held me tightly. I was so devastated by him treating me that the way he has that I couldn't stand the fact that I loved being in his arms. Just let me go. Tears started to run down. Yeah, tears started to roll down my cheeks. Wait a minute, he said, kissing my tears and holding me tighter. What do you think I'm made of? Steel? You don't think I cried? You think I didn't sit up at night wondering why did I leave? Why didn't I listen to her? Maybe she was telling the truth. Maybe maybe I would still have the 5 G's I paid for you. I paid I mean maybe I would still have the 5 G's I paid you for the shit I broke. He chuckled. Nothing's funny. I started biting my inner cheek to keep from cracking a smile. You know you want to laugh, he said. You know you fucked up my shit. I had to get my floors done again and my TV was ruined. I'm glad my Escalade wasn't there. I I might have met all my damn windows on the ground. True, I smirked, resting my arms over his. Yeah, I. He started kissing me on the neck. I love you. I love with you. Vera, I'm in love with you. I need you. Did you cry? I asked. Yes. Did you stay up all night thinking about me? Yes. Good. Keep it up. I removed his arms from my waist. Now I gotta go. No, he said, pulling me back in between his arms. Don't leave me. I know I fucked up. I should have listened to you, but right now we need to work this out. I miss you, man. He said, kissing me on the neck again. I miss us. Please, I'm in love with you. I don't want to stay away. I love you too much. You can love me all you want, I said, stepping out of his embrace. Oh, and by the way, he locked. Oh, and by the way, the locks on the brownstone are changed, I said, look, lying. So stop calling it home. You have a co-op, remember? Hold up, Tosh chuckled in disbelief. How are you going to change the locks on a house where I pay the mortgage? Boy, please. I didn't even acknowledge that. Are you keeping Sky tonight? I wanted to. Good. Vera needs to go now. She got shit to do. And then I put on my best bill collector's voice, sounding what politely correct. I what sounded politely correct and entertaining every what so what I don't know. I said what CEO Bella mother for what mother what mother fucker what I looked at Taj and rolled my eyes. I'm out. And for the first time in weeks, my strut was starting to come back. I could feel him watching my ass on the way out, so I threw a little more motion in the ocean. When I stepped outside, I flipped open my cell phone and called Shannon. Hey girl, I said, when you coming back? Give talk. Uh, hey girl, I said, when you come back, give Todd Sky's baby bag. He's going to keep her tonight. Love you. Speak soon. Exactly 7 o'clock the next morning, Todd was on my phone. I could hear Sky cooing in the background. May I help you? Stop, I said into my background before Todd spoke could speak. Stop what? Todd asked. Oh no, not you, baby. I said, smiling. Pick up the remote control and turn it on. BT videos were playing, so I turned the volume all the way up. Turn that down, I said in a slight whisper, talking to no one in particular. This was the type of shit that drove a begging man crazy. Vera, who are you talking to? Nobody. Damn, Taj. Say what you gotta say. Then I paused. Hold on. I didn't even put the phone down. I just held it to my ear and said, as if I were talking to someone. I don't know why he's calling this time of the morning. She wild shit. Then I turned back.
to the phone and said to Taj, "Why are you calling so early? You talking with me, right?" Taj snap. I mean, you fucking with me, right? Taj snap. Fucking with you? How? Oh, how? Oh, now you want to play games? Let me come over there and find a nigga, and I swear to God, I'ma crack his shit open. Please. I do not have time for that. Plus, I'm not going to argue with you. I gotta go. I was doing everything in my power to keep from laughing. What you say? He snapped. I said goodbye and I hung up. I give him exactly 90. Sorry. I give him exactly uh, I give him exactly 30 minutes and his ass will be ringing my doorbell. I jumped up and went in the shower after I came out. I told Rwanda that I needed to go to the shop and do some billing and would be back in a couple of hours. Also to please look out for Sky and Taj. As I pulled off, Taj was pulling up. I knew I was going to take my time now because if I played my cards correctly, old boy would be at the house when I got back. After I did my billing at the shop, I took a ride down to the mall at short heels and bought Sky some clothes from Toolbox Kids. Then I went to what Daily Little Sweat Little Nasty Diva shop, and I don't know what the fuck that word said, but and purchased me a fun fur night tie from nighty. Oh, purchased me a fun fur nighty from Fredericks. Afterwards, I ran into a little boutique and purchased myself a tight ass platinum number that was sure to look like it was poured on. Last but not least, I went to the floral shop and brought myself a bouquet of red roses. Afterwards, I drove home, and just as I thought, old boy was still here. When I walked in, Sky was sitting in her high chair. When she saw me, she started kicking and laughing. Taj was feeding her, and her face was full of food. I walked over and kissed her, getting some of the food on my chin. She was now six. It was now 6 o'clock in the evening, and being that it was early fall, it was starting to get a little dark outside. Taj was staring at me like I had lost my motherfucking mind. I ignored his ass. Believe me, it was hard because he was looking so good with his tight wife beater on and baggy jeans. He had his hoodie hanging on the back of the kitchen chair. His wife beater was caressing the hell out of his pecs, and his biceps made me want to scream. We need to break up more often if this nigga gonna come back with a body like that. His cocky ass caught me peeping him out. Oh boy, you think you got shit with you? Well, check me out because you ain't seen nothing yet. After Taj finished reading Sky, I took her upstairs with me and gave her a nice bath. And before I could snap her sleeper together, she had fallen asleep. I placed her in her crib and headed for the shower. When I came out, I was wrapped in a plush, what, charter club yellow towel and smelling like Victoria's Secret's green apple. I stepped in my bedroom to change into my brand new platinum number that I purchased this afternoon. Taj was sitting on the edge of the bed complaining about a headache. I ignored him. Rwanda knocked at the door and said, V, Craig is downstairs. I'll be back in a little while. You want me to take Sky with me? No, Taj is here. He'll watch her. Okay, although I wasn't crazy about what's his name, I was glad to see my mother happy. Taj started coughing. Taj would watch her. Who said I was babysitting? Oh, is that what keeping your own child is called? You know what I mean. Yeah, I sure do. He started coughing again. Just spray Lysol on whatever you touch. I said I did. I definitely don't want my babysit. Then I went back to ignoring him. I was standing in front of my full length oval cherry wood mirror, applying my MAC press powder and a and I could see Todd staring at me from behind with a look that said, "This bitch." Excuse me, I looked at him in the mirror, but I need to get dressed. Can you go in the other room? Immediately, he started coughing and moaning about how he didn't feel well. He just want me to leave like that, as sick as I am. Excuse me, Doctor Taj Bennett. Can't you take something, please? Are you going to leave so that I can get dressed? Just fuck me, huh? I sighed, saying that he wasn't going to leave. I stood in front of him, dropped my towel to the floor, stood butt naked, and commenced to putting my clothes on. This bitch is crazy. I slipped on a strapless bra and thongs. Then I slid on my platinum number that fitted just like a glove. My 4 inch let it with hit it with one leg over the shoulder pumps, let my head down, shook it out and headed toward the door. Then, as if I had forgotten something, I stepped back into the room and slowly rubbed body glitter all over my cleavage. I start. I looked at Taj and smiled. The baby's bottles are in the fridge. I'm leaving. Vera, he coughed. I'm sick. You'll live. Then I left. Went over Angie's and forced myself to sit there for 3 hours, seeing that all this bitch did was eat bonbons, and drink coffee at night. I left her sitting there and came back home. When I got there and went upstairs, Taj was laying at the foot of my bed asleep. He looked so pretty just lying there. To be honest, I wanted to fuck the shit out of him, but I knew I couldn't take it there. I threw on a cotton tee, on one that smelled like his cologne, and got in the bed next to him. When I woke up, Taj looked Yeah, when I woke up, Taj looked at me. This ain't right. I won't be laying in bed with you unless I can make love to you. I didn't comment. I just turned over and internally agreed. Todd was in and out of the house for the next 3 days. Every time I looked at him, I felt my resistance getting weaker. I woke up in the middle of the night to Sky screaming at the top of her lungs. It scared the shit out of me. I jumped and ran into her room. Rwanda and I damn near knocked each other over coming to check on Sky. When Sky saw me, she reached for me and I could feel her skin was burning up. Instantly, I started to panic. Get my phone, Rwanda, I said, frantic, what? Frantic, I don't know. Sky had never been this sick. When Rwanda handed me the phone, I called Sky's doctor, and by now I was in tears. Instead of getting the doctor herself, I got her answering service. When I looked at the clock, it was 3:30 in the morning. I left a message answer with the answering service, and they told me that the doctor would be calling back about any minute. I paced the floor with my screaming baby in my arms. I didn't know what to do. Rwanda stood there looking at me. I looked at her and said, "What do I do?" "I don't know," she said with a look of concern on her face. "What do you mean you don't know? You had a baby, didn't you?" "Yes, I had you." "Well, then, what did you do when I was sick?" "I don't remember." "Why don't you remember?" I was screaming and crying by now. Rwanda wasn't screaming, but she was crying. "I saw how I was high, Vera, when you were a baby. I was high. I'm learning how to be a mother just like you." I couldn't believe this shit. I just couldn't. I held my baby tight to my chest and I slid down the wall. I couldn't believe this was happening to me. Every fucking body else could ask their mother what to do when their baby was sick, but leave it to my mother to announce to me that she doesn't remember because she was high. I felt like shit. Somehow, I managed to talk myself into calming down until the doctor called back. You may want to take your you may want to take her temperature, Vera. All of a sudden, Rwanda was thinking of bright fucking ideas. I got off the floor and took Sky and me in the bathroom take so that I could take her temperature. It was 101 degrees. My heart started racing. Then the phone rang. It was the doctor. "Hi, Dr. Johnson." Scott was. Sky has diarrhea and a temperature of 101 degrees. How long has she had diarrhea and a fever? Just this morning, she woke up screaming. Sounds like she has a virus, which needs to run its course. Give her Tylenol every 4 hours until the fever goes down, and only give her Pedialyte for today. Once I opened my mouth and cussed the doctor out because she was diagnosing my baby over the phone, I said to her, I think she needs to go to the emergency room. Mrs. Bennett, I'm sure that your husband, Dr. Bennett, will agree. My last name is not Bennett. I said to the doctor, and I'm calling you, not Dr. Bennett. Okay, she said, taking a deep breath. If her fever gets any higher after you've given her the Tylenol every 4 hours, if the diarrhea gets worse or the baby seems what late on lethargic. I don't know what the fuck this word is. Who know how to pronounce this word? Lethargic. I don't know how to pronounce that word, y'all. I never even seen that word before. All right, but anyway, then call me and I'll have you bring her in. Please don't go running to the emergency room, Mrs. Bennett. Look, I looked at Rwanda and mumbled, why does she keep calling me Mrs. Bennett? Okay, I said, gritting my teeth as I hung up. Afterwards, I ran to the 24th hour CVS, 24-hour CVS and purchased Pedialyte and Tylenol. When I came back, I gave Sky a warm bath and a bottle of Pedialyte. Her daddy must have really been sick when he was here the other day. I'll kill him for making you sick. I started to call Todd, but then I changed my mind. Dada, Sky said, with her bottle in her mouth as if she were the saddest little baby in the world. Then, with the nipple in her mouth, she started crying again. Her crying spells went on for 4. After a while, she fell asleep. Her in her crib and sat on the floor, try and gather the t-shirts and sleepers that she threw up on. Before I knew anything, I laid my head back and fell asleep. When I woke up, Sky was screaming all over again. I took her temperature, which had gone down, and changed her pamper. Although the diarrhea seemed to be easing up, she still seemed aggravated. I fed her some more Pedialyte and then I massaged her stomach. She smiled a half smile, but I could tell she was still sick. When I sat her up on the bed, she just looked at me unusually. She'll crawl around so much that I'll have to catch her so she won't fall off the bed. However, when she was looking at me, I gave her a bottle and she laid back. Then I thought, let me call her daddy before he finds out that she's sick and be pissed off that I didn't call. I called and got his voicemail. I hung up. Later That evening, Sky started to feel better. I told Rwanda not to worry, and if she wanted to go out, then to shit. And if she wanted to go out, then go then to go ahead. She said that she would call and check on Sky periodically. By now, it was it was 7 o'clock in the evening, and I was exhausted. I gave Sky a warm sponge bath, and I laid her down. The next doorbell. Shit, I said the next. the doorbell. The doorbell. The doorbell rang as soon as I went to walk out her room. Sky woke up and started screaming all over again. I felt like I was going to pass out. If I didn't get any sleep, I picked her back up and we walked to the door. I didn't even look out the peephole. I swung the door open. It was Taj. Why didn't you use your key? I said, turning around and walking into the living room. We almost finished, y'all. We almost goddamn finished, y'all. Oh. You changed the locks, remember? Please, I just said that I didn't change no damn locks. You play too much. He laughed, walking behind me. What's wrong? Why is Sky crying like that? I mean, like this. She's been crying all day. She has a virus that you gave her, and she had a fever, but it's going away. Let me see her. Gladly, I handed him his screaming child, walked into the kitchen, fixed her another bottle, and walked back into the living room, handing it to him. After I handed him the bottle, he stared at me. I look a mess, don't I? I laughed. Nah, you look beautiful to me, he said, holding Sky in one arm and using the other to take off his overcoat. Taj had on Versace dress pants and a matching oval green button up. He did rounds today. You did rounds today, I asked. Yes, and then I came over here after I saw you call me. I'm exhausted. Go upstairs and take a bath. I'll take care of Sky. I kissed him on the forehead as I walked past him. He grabbed me by he grabbed me by my forearm. I miss you. I just looked at him and then went upstairs. Mm. I decided to soak in my octagon shaped jacuzzi, play a little Jill Scott, and started and straight chill. I felt like I hadn't been to sleep in what felt like days. I lit some aura. I lit some aroma candles that were on the edge of the jacuzzi and turned down the 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 dimmer, closed my eyes and laid back. I must have fallen asleep because I heard Taj knock on the door. I smiled, and for a moment I felt like things were okay. Hey baby, I said. He peeked his head in. Hi, hearing that Hearing that, is that a breath of fresh air? He smiled. I smiled. He walked over to the jacuzzi and I noticed that his clothes had changed. I hope you don't mind, he said, sitting on the floor, pulling his knees up to his chest. I had some extra clothes in my gym bag. Scott seemed to be out for the night. I put her in her crib. I'm glad she's asleep, and no, I don't mind if you change your clothes, I said, looking at his long velour shorts and extra crisp wife beater. I was getting I was getting horny just looking at him. He don't think nothing of being naked around me. You don't think nothing of being of being naked around me, do you? He smiled. Don't you like to see me naked? No, he said. I like to be up and you're naked. Oh, damn. Okay, now, freak ass motherfuckers. I laugh. Filthy mouth. He cracked up. I miss you, man. You know you used to be my nigga. Used to be. Well, you still are, but you're acting more like my ex girl than my best friend. Things are different, I said, feeling myself getting emotional. I put my bottom lip I bit my bottom lip because I was determined not to cry. They don't have to be, he said, dipping his hand in the water. I don't even know where we would begin. Mm. Right where we left off by now. He was on his knees, facing me with both of his hands in the water. Not knowing what else to do, I eased closer to him. You still love me? I love the hell out of you. He smiled with his hands exploding. I mean, I said exploded. And he smiled with his hands exploring my body underneath the water. I looked at him and as if he had, I mean, I looked at him and as if we had both been waiting for this moment. We kissed passionately. Oh, suddenly I broke the kiss. Do you know how many nights I cried over you? Do you know that you hurt me? I mean, really, Taj, never, I ain't, I ain't never, ever cried over a man. No man, not even my daddy. And here I was on my knees crying over you. You broke every piece of my heart and now you want it back. How can I do that? You don't have a choice. What do you mean? I don't have a choice. You love me so much and I love you too much. You love you love me too much and I love you too much. You think I'm walking away. Hmm? You don't know me. I came out in this motherfucker and never leave. I camp out in this motherfucker and never leave. I'm serious, I laugh. Me too. Look, baby. All I mean, look, baby, we all make mistakes, but I'm sorry. I love you. I want to make love to you. I need you in my life. I swear I don't want nobody else ever. This is it. Please, baby. You you gotta forgive what you gotta forgive, cause there's nobody else for me but you, nobody else that I want to love and become a part of. Gently pulling me close to him and kissing me softly on the neck, he whispered, I love you, I love you, I love you. Got out the jacuzzi and slipped on one of Taj's long white tees that came to the middle of my thigh. Damn, he big as shit, huh? Underneath, I had on no bra and a pair of silk panties. I met Taj downstairs in the kitchen so that I could do his hair. As I was washing his hair, I felt the same way I felt the first time I laid eyes on him. After I finished, he sat down in the kitchen chair drinking a Heineken, and I started twisting his dreads from the roots. He laid his head back against my full bosom, and I kissed him on his forehead. Neither one of us were talking, and the only music that filtered in the background, besides the sexiness of the late night New York City traffic, were the sounds of Boney James Seduction CD. After I After I finished twisting the sides, I carefully pushed his head forward and twisted the back. When it came time to twist, ah, I'll be glad when we finish. Came time to twist the front. Took I stood in front of him and began twisting his hair. As I twisted his locks one by one, Todd began to run his hands up and down my thighs and back back up again. Smoothly, he slipped his hands in my panties, moving the moving the seat to the side and parting parted my vaginal lips with his fingertips, slightly stroking my clit. Oh my god, they some freaks. They some real ass freaks. Oh my god. I'm dead, y'all. Still to be what? Still to the best of my ability, I twisted his hair. After he finished caressing my inner lips and clit with his fingertips, he pulled his hands out. Then he licked his fingers and said, I've been waiting to taste this for a while. My heart was thumping and my pussy was soaked. Still determined to keep my what still or oh to keep my composure. I continued what I was doing as he slowly began to suck my nipples through my white t-shirt. He was starting to break me down, but I kept doing what I was doing, despite how much he was moving his head while I was trying to keep up with his tongue licking my breast. He took his hands and raised my tee, my t-shirt over my waist. He took he took my hands down, wiped them clean of the lock it up gel with the towel that was around his neck. Come here, he said seductively, but almost demanding that I comply. He he pulled me gently as he stood up. I pulled his I pulled his velour shorts and boxing shorts down in one sweep. They fell to the floor and he stepped out of them. I lifted his shirt over his head and pulled it off, revealing his nicely what sashil sashil I don't know sashil six pack. When I looked down, his dick was looking like a delicious piece of chocolate. He sat back down in the chair and he said, I need you to come here. I I what straddled my legs across his lap as he gently entered me. I rest my head on his shoulder, feeling like I just found a part of me that was missing. Damn, baby, Taj whispered, this pussy is tight. I know I'm on. It's because I've been saving it for you. Oh, chapter 7. I hope this is the last fucking one, y'all. This shit is not. Oh my god, we almost finished though, y'all. All right, chapter 7. Field goal. Surprise! We yelled at Rwanda. Walked into the living room, yeah, trailing behind, um, trailing behind Craig. Immediately, she started crying once she realized that this was a surprise birthday party for her. Oh my God, she said, looking around the living room all of all of us. You did all of this for me. Tears were falling from her eyes as she held her hand over her mouth. This is all Vera's doing. Rwanda on Cookie smile. Oh, my baby Rwanda cried. I wouldn't miss celebrating my first birthday with you for nothing in this world. I fought hard to hold my tears back. I love you and I want to celebrate just being able to be with you and you being my mother. I love you too, Vera. I really, really do. Enough of that, Dirty said, walking over and giving us a group hug. That's let's get this party started, right? As soon as he said that, Uncle Boy, who seemed to be itching to showcase D, his DJ skills, upon looked it upon himself to introduce the song. This is Kills Happy People, baby. I laughed at I laughed as Rwanda tried to step with Craig.
Rwanda, I said, holding a brandy glass filled with what? And what Moretto? I don't know, and orange juice. That's not how you do it. It's side, step. It's it's step, side to side. Greg as it. What the fuck? Greg has it down packed, you but you looking at hot mess. Hold up. Or Cookie's girlfriend, Miss Janet, said, give me a minute and I'll break down the pop and lock for you. Let me just hit this Boston real quick. Cookie and her girlfriends, Miss Janet and Miss Carol, were gathered around playing bidwist, slamming down cards and arguing over who was running a Boston and who was bullshitting. Don't don't cheat, Carol, Aunt Cookie yelled. You gonna get put the hell out of the game. The next person that says Carol Ann is a cheat can get it. And that's on my word. Hush, Carol, and throw out a card. Hold my drink, Angie. I said, look, Ma, it's like this. And I started stepping from side to side. Rwanda looked at me and said, oh, it's Ma now? Yes, I said, while dancing. Vera, sweetheart, let me show you how we do it in Chicago, Craig said. Chicago? Yeah, baby. That's where I'm from. Now, let me show you. Greg grabbed my hand. Uncle Boy started to track over, and Greg and I began to dance, step, side to side, round and round, getting down. Set it, step in the name of love. That's That's it, baby, Greg said excitedly as we did. Damn, damn, girl, you got it. Oh my god, I can't believe these people. Okay, oh, wait a minute now, Craig, Mr. Bennett said, who was standing by Taj and watching Craig and me. That's my daughter in law, and from what I see, I may need to cut in. No offense, Mr. Bennett, but we got this, I said. All right, he said, smiling. Who wanna step with Mr. Bennett? I got this, Aunt Cookie said, throwing her cards down on the table and excusing herself from the game. Let me show y'all what I'm working with. Oh, you got a little you got a little work. Craig smiled as Aunt Cookie and Mr. Bennett danced, but check this out. Let's do something new. Let's all do it as a group. That's when Taj stepped up. Well, then, we gotta do this with the right women. You got mine, bruh. Correct. Stood back and smiled. By all means, then he grabbed Rwanda and said, come on, y'all. Shannon and Quincy were behind Taj and me, and we were behind Aunt Cookie and Mr. Bennett. Rwanda and Craig were leading. Miss Betty was looking and seemed to have a slight attitude, but she tried to be preoccupied with the baby. We started to dance as R. Kelly sang, "Somebody touch somebody and tell somebody you love somebody." After we finished dancing, we sat down to eat. We laughed and joked with one another. Rwanda laughed so hard that she cried. Toward the end of the night, as everyone started to leave, Rwanda was helping me clean up. Thank you so much, Vera. You're welcome. We've come a long way. Wouldn't you say? I said, passing her a dish. Ah, sure enough. Well, I have to say, Craig doesn't seem so bad, but he better be good to you. He will be, I promise. He will. He better be, because I love you, Rwanda. She hugged me and said, "That's more to you." All right, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Shit, hold on, y'all. So, okay, two more chapters. We gonna get through this shit, y'all. Okay, this I think 18. Okay, game over. Guess what, bitch got hooked up with a doctor? Yeah, guess what, bitch got hooked up with a doctor? Shannon screamed, coming into the shop. The shop had been busy all day. It was getting late, but some of the clients who already had their hair done were still hanging out. It was December 5th and the last day that I would be in the shop before becoming Mrs. Taj Bennett. I couldn't believe my wedding was 2 days away. Jay Z's Black Album was bumping through the shop's surround sound. DeAndre looked at Shannon. How you know I'm fucking with a doctor? Which one of y'all been listening to my voicemail again? Oh no, Poppy Rosa said. The Rosa don't play them games. I've had enough of you. Voicemail. Hi. I don't know what the fuck she trying to say. She's Spanish. I don't know what the fuck she trying to say. Okay. DeAndre walked. DeAndre rolled his eyes. He is crazy. Shannon laughed. Angie met a doctor. A what? Damn gynecologist. What gynecologist? Oh, what the fuck? How you say these words? I have never seen before. What? How you spell this? I don't know what the fuck. How you spell this word? Gynecolo. I don't know how to spell these fucking words, y'all. I don't know how to. I say I don't know. It's pretty weird. I don't know how to pronounce these fucking words, y'all. Okay. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. You know that bitch is in heaven. Well, DeAndre said, I know that wasn't me because I would prefer a uro urologist. What? Holla. I don't fucking know what the fuck they trying to say. The fuck?
Shannon slapped DeAndre a high five and said, "Work that shit, Shannon. Show him what I taught you." DeAndre laughed. Then Shannon started throwing her ass in the air and placing her hands on the floor, face down, ass up. And this is the way he likes to fuck. Oh, what the fuck? You know, and you know, this man, DeAndre laughed, snapping his fingers. Everybody in the shop was practically on the floor laughing. A few minutes later, Charisse walked into the shop singing, what? Floor trees say yes. Cherie said hello and walked over to me. Vera, I can't believe that you going let that hoe up in your wedding. There y'all go. DeAndre said, talking about me again. See, Poppy. Ro- Ro- Rosa said this time Vera said you gonna be the flower girl. When she said that, everybody burst out laughing again. Keep it up, DeAndre said. Keep it up. And ain't nobody getting on the plane to Trinidad, let alone being in a wedding. I'm not playing. Whatever have you to what where have you two been? I said, looking at them like they were crazy. They were supposed to be here over an hour ago. Y'all gotta stop thinking you can come up in here anytime you feel like it and get your hair done. That's what appointments are for. Mm, with an attitude like that, as you said, somebody ain't getting somebody ain't been getting dicked on the regular. Oh hell no, DeAndre said Rosa. Somebody please hold me back. This trick is all up in my business. Stop acting silly, I said, falling out laughing and pointing for Sharice to come and sit in my chair. Y'all seen Dirty lately? Lee eggs out of the clear blue. Everybody looked at Lee as if she had lost her damn mind. This bitch has never in her life asked about my cousin Dirty. As a matter of fact, she refuses to even call him Dirty. She'll only call him by his government name, Dewan. When you mean Dewan, right? I said my cousin Dewan. Lee rolled her eyes. Yes, problem with that. Why are you looking for him? Because I saw him the other day and he helped me out by taking boxes into my classroom for my children. I wanted to say thank you. Didn't you say thank you when he finished helping you? Angie said, yes, Lee smiled, but still and all. Oh, hell no, I said to Lee. See, this is where I draw the line. If you think you gonna be turning toward thugs and start fucking with my cousin, then you got another thing coming. Lee rolled her eyes. That's when her cell phone rang. Her face lit up and stepped outside. That bitch knows she's confused. I said, that bitch knows she's confused. I said to Shannon and Lee, she always been confused. Cherie said, I don't know how y'all put up with her anyway. Cause that's my girl, I said to Cherise. Don't you get it confused. You got that, Vera. Cherise chuckled. Lee walked back and whispered something to Shannon and Angie. Angie looked at Sharice and winked her eye. What the hell wrong with your eye, Angie? I said, wondering why the hell would she be winking at Sharice. I'm not playing with these motherfuckers. They almost done, y'all. Hey now, what you working with? Aunt Cookie said before Angie could respond. I placed a black cap over Sharice and started basting her scalp. Uncle Boy waved at everybody in the shop. What it be like, y'all? I can't call it. Rwanda came in behind Uncle Boy. Where's Sky? Asked with her daddy. Hell, her daddy back home now, and Nana needs to do her thing. Just a little something, something. Hey now, Aunt Cookie said, I don't see nothing wrong with a little pumping with a little bumping ground. Y'all crazy, Yonder said. Uncle Boy, you ready for your haircut? Uncle Boy smiled with his front gold teeth shining and said, ain't nothing but a word, Dre. But Uncle Boy about to be out of here. Ain't nothing but a word. What the hell? I looked at Aunt Cookie and Uncle Boy and almost passed out from being embarrassed. What the fuck did they have on? Aunt Cookie flopped down in the chair across from my station. I said, blinking, please God, tell me I'm wrong. Aunt Cookie had on a skin tight silver and gold cat suit. Her lipstick was I mean her lipstick was ruby red with a black lip line and the platinum clip wave that she had that she made me do for her last week needed to be what red one. The the spikes that were once standing up and were now bending over. This bitch looked ridiculous. How much longer, baby girl? Aunt Cookie said before you get to me. I wanted to say not fast enough. Call 911 and see if they have a hairstylist on board because you look like a damn cardiac arrest just waiting to happen. But what killed the game was Uncle Boy was rocking a brown corduroy jumpsuit with a, oh my god, long black leather trench coat on, looking like a cross between Shaft and Cool Mode D in the Wild Wild West video. Oh god. The elbows on the trench coat were patched. God. But had me about to what had me about to kill over was the three-finger ring that his ass had on, looking like an old and out of place Big Daddy Kane around waiting around here. Oh my god. Oh hell no. If I look down again and this motherfucker has this motherfucker has on starch white um what patent leather patent leather Stacy Adams I'ma die. Oh shit. Somebody call the morgue, cause I'm coming, Elizabeth. I just blinked my eyes and stared at Aunt Cookie and Uncle Boy in disbelief. I could tell that Charisse was a bit taken back with these to herself, but if she knew that I knew, she won't. But if she knew like I knew, she won't open her mouth because Aunt Cookie and Uncle Boy might look ridiculous, but they're my goddamn ridiculous surrogate parents, and Vera don't play no slick talking shit when it comes to these two. I glanced at Charisse and shot her as a look like don't even go there. She seemed to catch the drift because she started ta- she started telling me about her date tonight. Here's an older man, Cherie smiled at. Oh, he's an older man, Cherie said. Cherie smiled a lot older than these do-rag wearing motherfuckers I've been around here dealing with. Let let me tell you, Vera, she said, before I could digest her first statement. You know this nigga Abdul got a bitch pregnant and he's still calling me Abdul. That's the older guy you're dating? No, that's my man that was locked down for a minute. He came home yesterday. I thought he was in there for life. I ain't never told you that. That was Faru. Faru. What the fuck? This bitch must be crazy. For who? Faru. But I ain't with him no more. I cheated on my ex-boyfriend Abdul with him. Oh my god. What this bitch was confused. Quite frankly, I ain't wanna hear no more, but she kept going. I noticed as she was talking, one of DeAndre's clients were dead in her mouth. Were dead was dead in our mouths. Especially when Sharice said something about Abdul just getting out of jail. I'ma give this nigga another chance, but this gonna be it. I can't take no more babies. Plus, he knows that the baby I'm carrying is his. I'm just gonna blame it on the old man. Yo ass must be crazy because before I could continue what I was saying, DeAndre's client had DeAndre's client that had been staring in our mouths interjected. Excuse me, I'm sorry to be in your conversation, but do you know someone by the name of Abdul Jackson? You talking to me? Sharice asked, sounding a little what and what a dig what a dig and digging what the fuck? I don't know. They need to stop breaking out words. I don't know what the fuck they saying. Yeah, I know it. The question is, do you know him? DeAndre's client, an older lady who seemed to have a lot more sense than Sharice said, I know him quite well. And yourself? Oh, hold up, Vera. Sharice said, how you know Abdul? Sharice, would you let me put this perm in your head? You said that you ain't want to be bothered with him anymore, so
it doesn't matter how she knows me. Now, fuck that. Sharice insisted. How do you know Abdul? DeAndre's client looked Sharice up and down. That's my husband. Bitches need to stop lying. That shit you talking is what I call too much playing. Sharice turned up the way Sharice turned all the way around toward her. At that moment, it seemed like everybody in the shop shut down. Seems like it's about to be some shit up in here. Aunt Cookie said, started. Aunt Cookie said, y'all can get started if you want to. But Aunt Cookie don't play, so I think y'all need to take it down. I look at Aunt Cookie and she was carefully her shoes, taking off her shoes and removing clip her clip weave. That's when a big, fine ass, honey glazed, big brown eyed man with fresh sweat on his upper lip walked in wearing a pair of baggy cut up denim shorts with construction boots, a cut up white tee, and a tool belt. Fuck the argument. This mofo had our attention. Abdul, Sharice, and DeAndre's client started screaming, and then suddenly the lights went out, and out of nowhere, smoke started rising up from the floor. Then disco lights started sparkling around the room. That's when Donna Summer's Hot Stuff started playing, and I realized that I was in the midst of my own bachelorette party. Oh my god. The stripper, also known as Abdul, walked over to me and started grinding on me. Uncle Boy started yelling, "What the hell? Uncle Boy's supposed to be gone. Cookie, get your shit and come on out of here." Boy on Cookie said, leave me alone and get your ass out of here." Abdul on Cookie yelled, show old chocolate chip what you're working with. Uncle Boy stormed out the door. And DeAndre started screaming, "That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about." Cherise, I mouthed over the over the stripper's shoulder. "Is this your Abdul?" "Nope." She's she's laughed, psyched. "Your mind. We made all that shit up." Holla. By the time the stripper was undressed down to his jock strap, he already had about $300 bills in his feet at his feet. "I'm sorry, but I had to peek, so I placed a dollar bill right in the middle of his jock strap. And wouldn't you know, this nigga had a phantom tucked away in that G string." Oh my god. "Come over here and let me try," DeAndre yelled. The stripper winked his eye at DeAndre, and DeAndre started going, "Woo hoo hoo." That's when we knew what was up. Time flew by, and by the end of the night, We were too excited to be going home to sleep for our flight to Trinidad the next morning. Me, Shannon, Lee, Angie, Rwanda, Sharice, on Cookie, Rosa, and DeAndre sat around and finished off the rest of the Moet. Damn girl, Shannon said, I guess the game is over. We about to marry and having babies and shit. I said to Shannon, you getting married? No, Rwanda said, but I am. I looked at her and she couldn't stop blushing. I couldn't believe this. Here, my mother, a woman that had been a dope fiend all my life, had turned her life around and was now getting married. I didn't say anything. I just looked at her. What, Vera? She said, he ain't gonna come in between us. You're my child. No, it's not that. It's just that I would have never thought. Rwanda be dropping it like it's hot on Cookie Yield. Now go ahead, Shannon. Rwanda said, tell us your good news. Shannon looked at me and said, I'm having a baby. What? Don't ask me why, but tears were coming to my eyes. A baby, Quincy's heifer? Shannon said, yes, we didn't expect it. It just sort of happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened between me and Dirty. Lee admitted I almost fell out of my chair. This bitch had lost her mind. What sort of happened between you and Dirty? We just sort of clicked and we've been going out for a minute. Oh hell no, I said. What the hell Lee going to do with a thug? I turned to Angie. What you got going on? I'm straight, she said. I got me a hoochie doctor. I got me a coochie doctor and I'm good. Time's up, Shannon said. Game's over. We got a plane to catch. Okay, last one, y'all. Last chapter. Woohoo! Last motherfucking chapter, y'all. Alright, the winner is December 6th at 3 p.m. Todd and I took separate flights to Trinidad. We were to meet up again at the stroke of midnight, December 7th, on Maracas Beach by the shore. The moon glistened in ripples across the the Caribbean Sea as I stood on the balcony of my hotel suite, reflecting on a time when I thought that none of this would be happening. I've come a long way since the piss pew hallways of Lincoln Street projects and the haunting of a dead grandmother's ghost. I could feel tears of joy dancing in my throat and slipping out my eyes. My mother wiped my cheeks with her bare hands. I have waited all of your life for this moment. Me too, I said, never nervously biting my lip. It's a moment of peace, of being safe, and suddenly I'm not afraid anymore. Afraid of what? Of loving him. I just pray for it to ever end. Then it won't. she said, grabbing my hand. As long as you work for love, you'll work for you. I think you need to be getting dressed, Miss Vera. She smiled. I untied my robe and slipped into my undergarments. My stomach was turning 3 different ways. Oh my god. The girls came into my room filled with excitement. They all looked so beautiful. Shannon, Lee, Angie, Cherise, Rosa, and Taj's sister Samira were dressed in silk strapless peach dresses with pearls trembled at the burst line. There was a slight V dip in the front of their dresses, be going into the cleavage. Their jewelry were white pearls and rhinestones. For flowers, they each had a single calla lily. Cookie Rwanda and Miss Betty had on similar beige Afrocentric dresses, but with different mud cloth trim. The men are outside, Shannon said, and they look wonderful. The men, Taj Senior, look, Taj Senior, Taj's brother, Sharif, Quincy, DeAndre, and Dirty were dressed in black Versace tuxedos with silk ties and matching vests. Taj instant Taj insisted on picking out Uncle Boy's clothes. Uncle Boy wore a black tuxedo with a bow tie and matching cummer cummerbund. Since we were getting married on the beach, no one wore any shoes. I was so nervous that I went to the bathroom to throw up a less at to throw up at least 3 times. DeAndre was the only man allowed in the room with me. He wanted to be sure that not one strand of my hair moved out of place. My hair was braided into 3 goddess braids with a crown and spiral spiral curls hanging loosely around my headline. My Mac was flawless, and 3 carat diamond earrings sparkled as bright as the moon shining into the ocean. I couldn't stop crying. Rwanda started helping me slip on my gown. When you were a little girl, I used to pray that you would the the life that I always dreamed of. I prayed that you would have a black knight come and save you from the dungeon of the streets, with you being the princess of his dreams. That's what I always wanted. I could tell she was trying not to cry. Never in my life have I been happier. I've been through all, men, friends, dope, all kind of shit. But right here at this moment makes it all worth it. But now I had slipped on my eggshell Cinderella wedding gown. My gown was detailed with what hand swing? I don't fucking know. Rhinestones. Uh hand sewn rhinestones. Um, sparkled all over, and every time I moved, it gave the appearance as if I were wearing diamonds. As a finished touch, Rwanda placed on my rhinestone tiara, and when she was done, I felt like a princess waiting to meet my knight. This is a lot of fucking reading. Damn, bitch. Get it the fuck over with. Alright, this the last page, y'all. As I stepped out of a glass buggy, pulled by two horses, two men dressed in what? Two men dressed in kente what? Cloth attire sounded their trumpets and announce me. All of the guests stood up while the band began their renting, I don't know, of Natalie Cole's Inseparable. The runner was covered in white rose petal and lined with bamboo torches and sparkling flames. Brides the bridesmaids were standing on the left side of the runner, and the groomsmen stood on the right. On Cookie and Sky were sitting and had already walking down the sand lace aisle with Aunt Cookie carrying Sky, who was now 7.5 months, on her hip. On her hip, Miss Betty and Taj's father were sitting on the opposite side of Aunt Cookie. As I pressed my foot onto the runner, sparkles of sand blown by the wind covered my feet, and some of the rose petal floated. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, floated in the night air. I looked up and my eyes locked with Taj's. He smiled. "You look beautiful," he mouthed as tears started to run from his eyes. Uncle Boy and I locked arms and began to walk down the aisle. "This is the day that I've been waiting for," Uncle Boy whispered as he walked me to the middle of the aisle, where Rwanda was waiting to take me the rest of the way. I tried my best to keep it together, but it was hard. Todd looked at me as I stood on the side of him. "I love you so much," he mouthed as the ceremony began. After two spiritual passages and a solo, the pastor asks who give this woman to this man. We do. Aunt Cookie, Uncle Boy, and Rwanda stood up to say. They sat back down. Taj and I were now facing each other. It was time to recite our vows. Taj reached for both of my hands. Vera, I have never loved the way that I love you. I want to be with I want to I want to be in love with you beyond the end of time. Infinity could never understand the depths or the ends of each of which my heart could never I mean in which my I was about to read the wrong line, y'all. Of which my heart would travel to love you. You are the mother of my child, the lover of my heart, and thank I say I mean the mother of my heart. The lover shit. You are the mother of my child, the lover of my heart, and I thank God that from this moment on we will be joined as one. Speechless, I stared at Taj because I didn't have any vows planned. I figured that I would say what came to me. So I began. I have come from the bottom of the earth to meet you, to be with you, to love you. There are no more games to be played. It can't flip anymore. There are no more steps to take and no more moves to make. But this is the highest level that I could reach, and that is marrying you. If this were a game, the winner would be my heart, because now it would know the pressure of being in love with you forever. After our adieus, we jumped the broom. As we kissed, I felt as if we were so topping, and with each stroke of the other's tongues, our hearts made love. For the first time in my life, I felt as if time had been gracious enough to stand there. To stand still. Shit. Whoo, y'all. We is finished. We finished. We goddamn finished, y'all. We finished this damn book, y'all. God damn, we finished. Alright, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with any and everybody. Let them know what your girl is doing on this channel. We finished. Finally, we goddamn finished this book. It felt like it took so long. Make sure you leave comments, appropriate comments. Leave a like. Tell a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. Come join Big Nique gang. And I'm out. And I'm gonna tell y'all the time is 10:57. I finished, y'all. Bye.